life waiting, worrying, or wishing for things to change. You gotta want it enough to do the work.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Roxy and I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my summer skincare guide, especially focusing on a concern area that most of us have, and that is cellulite. I'll be sharing with you my 8-week guide to reducing cellulite in time for summer. By the way, I also have a summer playlist that you can go ahead and check out. I share with you the ultimate summer glow up guide, as well as 50 hobbies that you need to try for the summer. Now, let's be real, a concern for a lot of us, especially in summer, when it comes to thinking about wearing shorts and swimsuits and just thinking about our summer plans on vacation. I get it. Trust me, I struggle with cellulite as well. And so does a lot of people, because it's actually very, very common. But if you're looking to smooth things over, especially in time for the summer, so that you can look and feel your best, a mix of good nutrition, movement, hydration, and a little extra body care can make a huge difference. So let's deep dive right into it and talk about what exactly is cellulite. Cellulite shows up as that dimpled, uneven texture on places like your thighs, butt, and your stomach. It happens when fat pushes up against the connective tissues under your skin, giving it that classic dimpled orange peel look. Again, this is totally natural. A lot of people have it. It's so very common, so don't think you're alone in this struggle. I've got you. With the right habits, which I'll be sharing with you, we can definitely help minimize it and feel even more confident this summer. So there are many causes of cellulite, and one of them is simply one we can't control, and that is our genetics. Some people are just more prone to it than others. Next up, sometimes it's an issue of hormones. You can have estrogen, insulin, and thyroid hormones all contributing to the more pronounced appearance of cellulite. But other than those two, the rest of these are things that we can control. First up, poor circulation and lymphatic drainage. This is where toxins and excess fluids build up in our fat cells. But don't worry, I'll be sharing with you some tips to improve your circulation. Next up, we have diet and lifestyle. You guys, this is such a huge part of it, because high sugar, processed foods, and dehydrations actually worsen cellulite, and it makes it look more pronounced and obvious. There's also lack of exercise. Weak muscles and poor circulation contribute to the dimpled skin appearance. And then there's also stress and cortisol. If our stress levels are high, we tend to actually hold on to that fat a little bit more. And of course, this will affect your skin's elasticity. So how long does it really take to reduce cellulite? Now, let me just say, you can't get rid of it completely, but you can reduce and minimize the appearance of it. So the time it takes to reduce cellulite honestly depends on the factors that we've just mentioned. So my 8-week guide combines nutrition, workouts, hydration, and body care treatments to help reduce the appearance of cellulite in time for summer. Always remember that 1% effort, it adds up versus not doing anything at all. If you focus on something every single day for the next 8 weeks, it's definitely going to have a really big impact on the look and appearance of cellulite, as well as the way it makes you look and feel. Because of course, you want to be your most confident self for the summer. You can literally start noticing improvements within the first 4 to 8 weeks, and even significant changes within 3 to 6 months. So this is all about consistency. And I think that since it's May, we have May to July to work on ourselves to get this thing going. So let's get right into it. First up, in weeks 1 to 2, we want to focus on detox and hydration. And our goal is to reduce bloating, flush out toxins, and kickstart circulation. So when it comes to hydration, you want to make sure and aim for 2 to 3 liters of water daily. You can also drink tea like dandelion tea, green tea, and ginger to flush out those toxins. You want to also try to start every morning with lemon water. This is something that I am obsessed with doing. It really does flush out my body. It hydrates me first thing in the morning and makes me feel absolutely amazing. And remember, our goal is to flush out and detox our body. When it comes to getting in your water, make sure you have your tumbler of water wherever you go. You can also put cucumber and mint and flavor it with berries, whatever it takes for you to drink your water. Next up, let's talk about nutrition, which is of course super important. You want to make sure and stick to whole plant-based foods and anti-inflammatory meals. You want to have a lot of greens and fiber and omega-3s. You can even supplement with vitamins if you don't think you're getting enough through your actual food. This next part is critical. You want to avoid processed foods and sugars and alcohol, because all of these just simply worsen cellulite, and that is not what we're about. You want to also eat fiber-rich foods, so think leafy greens, berries, and chia seeds. You want to also include healthy fats, so that could be avocados, nuts, olive oil, to help support your skin elasticity. So we've covered hydration, nutrition, so now let's go on to workout. I'm such an advocate for getting in 7 to 10k steps daily. If you're not at 7k steps, at least try to get 5 to 6,000 steps a day. This is so important for your body, for your stamina, for just making you feel overall strong and healthy. I'm such a huge fan of YouTube videos, and that is where you can find the next few things that I'll be talking about. You want to include some Pilates and body weight workouts, especially if you don't have access or a budget to go to the gym right now. There's so many Pilates workouts online on YouTube for free that you can access, and try to do this at least 3 times a week for maybe about 15 to 30 minutes. And for 2 other days, you can focus on strength training. And again, you don't have to go to the gym and lift a ton of weights. You can use bands and do simple things like lunges, squats, bridges, as well as hip thrusts. So on to body care, and this is so essential because it's something that I feel like if we neglect most of the times. So first up, girl, if you're using a loofah still, please, you absolutely need to get body gloves. I've talked about this so much in my previous Elevate Your Shower videos and summer glow up guide, because body gloves have been life-changing for me. It literally makes my skin feel so good, and it's honestly like a daily exfoliation, which is perfect for your skin because you want to slough off all those dried, dead skin cells. Once you start using your body gloves, you will see such a huge difference in your skin. And if you don't have a body scrub, basic soap on your body gloves is going to act like a really nice scrub any way you take it. Next up, I definitely encourage you to dry brush your skin daily, and if you can't do it daily, work it up to maybe like 3 times a week. But dry brushing, when paired with the next few things I'll be talking about, is going to be a killer combination for amazing skin. I talked about dry brushing in a few videos before, so I will leave them in down below so you can go ahead and check that out for more details. But once you're finished dry brushing, here are some other techniques that you could add to your skincare routine to glow up for the summer. When I first started noticing a little bit more cellulite on my legs, mainly because of my bad diet, I got really concerned, which is fine, which is normal. But the key is to take practical steps to work on reducing its appearance. I found out about wood therapy, and this is basically a body sculpting technique that uses specially shaped wooden tools to massage your skin, and these help to break down stubborn fat deposits. It helps to boost lymphatic drainage and just smooth everything out. Ever since I started learning and reading about this, I was super drawn to it, so I did get these 2 little wooden tools. It was really inexpensive, and this is what I do especially on my thighs every single day. So think of this like a deep sculpting massage that is a little bit more targeted. The wooden tools and the rolling motion helps to break up the fat under the skin, improve circulation, and over time it can really help toning and reducing the look of cellulite. And let me just say, when you start to roll it on your thighs, you are going to feel like these lumps. I know it sounds gross, but you're going to feel it in your thighs literally being rolled out. So if you are ready to level up and include this in your summer skincare routine, here's how you can start. It's a lot easier than you think. First up, you're going to need some sort of wood therapy tool, and I like this one because it is beginner friendly and it has like this roller, which makes it so easy for me to just roll without doing too much work. Next up, you're going to need a good body oil, because of course you don't want to be rolling yourself on your dry skin to damage it. You can simply use baby oil, which is a fantastic and inexpensive option. I have that, as well as recently I have been so obsessed with this Trader Joe's oil. Oh my goodness, it smells heavenly, and it's really great when it comes to wood therapy and just hydrating my body overall. Keep in mind, a little patience and consistency is key to this, because like anything else, it is the routine that makes the magic happen. And don't expect to see results immediately. It will take time. Remember again that 1% does add up. So first up, you want to oil up the areas that you want to work on. So that would be like your thighs, your stomach, or your butt. And this helps the wooden tools to glide smoothly and prevents any pulling on your skin. Next up, you want to warm up the area. So before you start using your tools, you want to quickly massage the area just to get that circulation going. Next up, you have your wooden tool, which is going to smooth, sculpt, and break down fat deposits. So you want to start off at first with light pressure and then build up as you get used to it. Don't try to roll out really deeply as soon as you start, because you can get sore. And like I said before, you literally feel it. Like I literally feel the cellulite underneath my skin. I know, just wild. You can start for at least 5 minutes daily. I like doing mine on mornings and evenings. It's just become such a good part of my routine that when I don't do it, I literally feel like if I'm missing something from my life. And then you could eventually work your way up to 10 minutes per area. Remember that you want it to feel like a really nice deep tissue massage and something that is not painful. So after you do your wood wood therapy, you want to make sure and hydrate, because remember, this massaging and dry brushing and wood therapy stimulates your lymphatic system. You're draining your lymph and you want to flush out all of those toxins in your body. Next up, you want to just make sure and moisturize, and if you have like a firming cream, you can also use this as well. So how often you want to do wood therapy? Maybe start off at 3 times a week and then increase the days as you go, however you feel. In about 4 to 8 weeks, if you are consistent, you're definitely going to see a difference. The next type of body treatment that you can think of right at home for free is cold showers and contrast therapy. Okay, so hear me out. I know the idea of a cold shower sounds kind of brutal, but it's actually one of the best secret weapons for smoother, tighter skin and an instant mood booster. Okay, so what it is, cold showers literally sound exactly what it sounds like. You want to turn the water cold for a few minutes at the end of your regular shower, versus contrast therapy, which is contrasting. So you want to switch between hot and cold water. So you can do maybe 30 seconds cold and 30 seconds warm and alternate between those two. This is going to really help you wake up yourself, especially on mornings, and it's going to improve your circulation and get things going. This is so amazing, not only for cellulite, but your whole body. It helps to boost blood flow and lymphatic drainage. So say goodbye to puffiness. It also tightens and firms up your skin naturally. It helps to reduce inflammation and bloating. And think about it, whenever you had a cold shower, think about how vibrant you feel after. Like, you hate it in the moment, but after you feel so much more alive, so much more refreshed and rejuvenated. So at the end of the shower, turn your cold water on for 30 seconds and really just stand in there, and then switch it to hot water for 30 seconds and repeat that a few times. You can even increase this as you go to even 45 seconds to a minute, depending on how you feel and where you're at. Remember, as with anything, you need to work your way up. So I get that cold showers might sound daunting, but here are some tips to actually enjoy it and look at it as a more spa-like experience versus a punishment, because it is not. I assure you, it's going to have amazing benefits for your skin and your overall well-being. First up, you can play your favorite playlist, get some really nice spa music or something that is upbeat and energizing. You can even light a candle or diffuse some essential oils before you hop in, because you want to make it a vibe. So this might be something you can think about doing on evenings when you're unwinding after a long day's work. Next up, start slow. Like we said, don't go diving into freezing cold icy water. You want to start your shower warm and gradually lower the temperature at the end. And each day you can go a little colder, and remember, you're just training your mind and body to embrace it and not think of it as a punishment. You can also make it a challenge. You can time yourself. You can say like 30 minutes I'm going to be doing the contrast therapy or my cold shower, and then the next few days you can be like 45, and then you can work your way up to a minute until it's something that you're so super comfortable with and just part of your everyday daily routine, because this makes it feel more like a game instead of a chore while you're doing it. And as much as you're hating it in the moment, focus on the glow that you're gonna get. Keep telling yourself that this is making my skin glow, it's improving my mood and making my body feel so much better. You can also breathe through it. You can think of it like a meditative experience. You can just think of that cold water washing away all of that negativity, and take some deep, slow breaths. This deep breathing can help you calm your nervous system and makes it much easier to handle. You can also pair this with visualization. If you feel like if your day is passing you by where you don't get to visualize or manifest, you can take the time during your hot and cold showers to do this. You can literally imagine the cold water washing away old energy, sluggishness, puffiness. Picture yourself glowing, confident, toned. This is literally your best self. So we've definitely covered a few major points, especially when it comes to body care treatment, in our summer guide to reducing cellulite. Let us go on to weeks 3 and 4. Don't forget, you're keeping all of the things that we just talked about in practice. So that would be the hydration that we talked about, the nutrition, and avoiding processed foods and alcohols and all of those things. But we're just going to build on that right now. So first up, when it comes to nutrition, you want to increase your protein intake. So if you're a vegetarian like me, you want to have more tofu or more beans in your diet. And if you eat meat, you can have like fish and shrimp and other steamed meats. And this is really important for muscle tone. Next up, you can make golden milk, which is like turmeric and ginger to help you reduce inflammation. And you can also drink your green tea at the end of your meals to help you with digestion. So on to workouts now. We started off light with Pilates. We started off with our daily walks. Don't forget, we're continuing this now, but we're going to amp it up a little bit. You want to add the resistance bands to start doing strength training, like 3 times a week. And this will of course be lower bodied, focused on your glutes, on your legs. And then you can do maybe twice a week now. You can do the Pilates for sculpting your thigh and your core. So we basically switched around the amount of days from the first 1 to 2 weeks. What you can add to your workout routine is jump rope. This is so good. It is immediately going to get up your heartbeat, and cardio is super important when it comes to reducing the appearance of cellulite. So onto body care, let's touch a little bit more. You can do foam rolling, and you can look at videos on YouTube to show you some techniques when you're doing it. You can also do a quick lymphatic massage and just massage your legs and your butt and your stomach after you do your workout. Next up, you can maybe exfoliate once a week with a coffee scrub, and you can make one very simple with coffee grounds, coconut oil, and a little brown sugar, and you want to apply that in a circular motion before rinsing. Coffee grounds are literally a perfect natural exfoliant because they slough off dead skin cells, they can unclog your pores and leave your skin feeling super smooth. I've been seeing a lot of caffeine infused skincare and lotions recently, and for good reason, because coffee is not just for your morning latte. In fact, it is a powerhouse skincare ingredient, especially when it comes to firming, toning, and tightening your skin. So caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, which is a big fancy word of simply saying it causes your blood vessels to tighten and constrict, and this gives you a temporary tightening effect, making your skin look smoother and firmer, which makes it perfect for your thighs, your butt, and your tummy. If you have it in your budget, you can also try a cupping massage where they use silicone or wooden cups to continue to break down those fatty deposits. You can also try this at home. I personally have not done it, but there are a lot of tutorials that can show you how to safely do it at home. So we're on to weeks 5 to 6, and our goal here is to burn fat, build muscle, and improve skin elasticity. So again, we're just building on everything we just talked about. So first up is nutrition. This time we want to focus on low sodium anti-inflammatory foods to reduce puffiness, because that puffiness is what helps you to retain that water, and it just makes your skin look a little bit bloated, which is really not just a vibe. I will actually have a list of anti-inflammatory foods on the screen for you so that you could go ahead and screenshot it if you need some ideas. You want to also increase your omega-3s. Again, you could supplement this, or you could include it in your diet through flax seeds and walnuts, and you can also include probiotics. So in this case, it can be kombucha, kimchi, which is one of my favorite things, as well as yogurts. And these are really important for gut health. So onto workouts. So you want to increase your strength training workouts with more resistance bands and maybe using some light weights at home, but you also want to have a cardio boost. So you can schedule in like 20 minutes of hits. So that could be, again, right at home, squats, mountain climbers, and even jump rope. And you can also continue Pilates and barre to sculpt and tone. For your body care routine, you can always add in some Epsom salt bath if you do have a tub. And this is a nice little detox bath. You can also go for a lymphatic drainage massage, or you could just massage your skin right at home. You can also use firming creams and oils that has that caffeine in it to tighten your skin. If you're also in a gym and you have access to sauna, this is something that is going to be perfect to get into your body care treatment, because it's going to make you sweat and it's going to make you just continue to flush out and get rid of that excess water and toxins in your body. Okay, so we're on to our last 2 weeks, so weeks 7 and 8. So your goal here is all about definition. You want to reduce water tension and just tone up before the summer. So when it comes to nutrition, you want to make sure and reduce salt and processed carbs. This is so important because the salt is going to help you retain water, making you look more bloated, and carbs are definitely going to do the same thing. So you want to add some diuretic foods to your meals, and diuretic foods basically have a high water content. So think about lettuce and greens, cucumber, watermelon, and those things are going to help you shed excess water. Do not forget to continue hydrating yourself as well as eating anti-inflammatory foods. For your workouts, you're just going to continue as you were doing, but increase in intensity and reps. Again, you don't have to go to the gym. You can do it right at home. You can run, you can add more resistance bands, or if you have access to a gym, you can go ahead and use the stair climber, which we all know is a killer when it comes to really firming and toning your legs. As we mentioned before, you're going to continue with your Pilates and your barre and everything that is going to help you sculpt and tone your body. So that is your 8-week guide to reducing cellulite in time for summer. If you start now in May, by July, your skin, your body is going to be looking so on point and so fabulous, and you will be reducing the appearance of that pesky cellulite, which again, we all have, and it's totally normal. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a huge thumbs up because it means so much to me. Don't Don't forget to also subscribe so you won't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.